Probably the only spot with no wind. Holy crap, it is so windy today. Welcome to the desert, and not my desert. The other desert, the bigger sandbox. Borrego Springs, California. That's right, out in Borrego Springs, California, trying to get a trail run in, trying to find the trail. I know it's over this way somewhere, so I just gotta scramble over to it. Extremely windy, just trying to shake out the travel fatigue. Got here yesterday and was pretty wrecked yesterday, so today is just trying to shake out the legs, get a little bit of elevation, trying to get maybe up onto that peak or something. Nothing too crazy, but a little bit of vert. And we're gonna talk more about my running because this is week 3. We're going on week 3. How are we doing on consistency? We'll talk about that in a second. First, we're gonna keep going, get up and over this, and yeah, views. Sick. Okay, back up that. Let's go. Found the trail. Turns out I was in the wrong little crevice. Had to go 2 over to get to it. Everything blends in over here, so it's kind of hard to tell what's what. I was over on that one. I guess this is the top then? Weird, I guess this is the top because this is where the summit box is, but it looks like it keeps going further. Keep going, I guess. All right, well, is this trail running or boulder hopping? I mean, yeah. I was planning on a trail run, but that trail was super short, and I even made it longer from starting way down at the end of the fire road. I think when I got to the trail, it was only like 3 miles, and 1,000 feet of elevation. I'm currently at, okay, maybe it was less than that because I'm currently at 3.75 miles and 1,400 feet of climbing. So basically what I did was from the gully down here, I just scrambled up all these rocks. Pretty freaking sick boulder field though. So I came from down in this little gully. We're headed up just right here. This is like the highest peak on this side. And then I'll scramble down, I guess. Borrego, where is Borrego? Technically it is San Diego, but Borrego is east of San Diego out in the desert. It is pretty much next to the Salton Sea. It's like a 30-minute drive to the Salton Sea. Why am I out here? What are you doing in the middle of the desert? Well, it's like Monterey. It's one of those places I get to maybe once a year, twice a year, and it's good for training. When I was training for triathlon, the roads are really flat out here. Some fast training on the TT bike, and this is also where they hold 24-hour worlds. So yeah, it was always a good place to come for training for triathlon, either when the weather was crap or just coming into spring. I could get out on the TT bike and put some big laps in. Also for trail running, it's actually pretty decent if you don't mind a bunch of rocks and really rugged terrain. A lot of this stuff is super loose and there's a lot of cactus, and yeah, it's very rugged. But look, see how big that peak is? See how big that peak is? How big that peak is? I mean, I came from down there. Yeah, so there's a handful of trails, and then there's a lot of like scrambling stuff, but regardless, you can get some decent miles in with some really good vert. So, and that's exactly what I'm doing today, is just trying to get some elevation on the legs. Yeah, just gonna be out here for a couple days running. If this wind doesn't get too crazy, maybe I'll try to get a bike ride or something in, but running is priority right now. I would like to get another cycling video out here, a gravel ride or something, but it is a major sandbox, so we'll see if that happens. But let's get back to it. Let's get to the top of this and figure out the best way down. Oop. Views to nothing. So that's the town over there. All right, now I gotta figure out how to get off this peak and get back down, because it's starting to warm up. When that wind's not blowing, it's definitely toasty, and I only got 2 liters on me, so pick a line, let's go.
I can take you where you wanna go. All my clothes fly, call me JetBlue. I'm finna take off, call me JetBlue. I'm in the air.
Made it back. Looks like it does continue on. There's the trail end sign, so I could have kept going, but I decided to go up because I didn't think it kept going.
You still walking, let's go. I can take you where you wanna go. Let's go. I can take you where you wanna go. I can take you where you wanna go. Let's go. I can take you where you wanna go. Let's go. I can take you where you wanna go.
All right, so I made it back down to the trail, or where they said the trail ended, and then went a little bit further past just to see what was down this way. It's not really a trail per se, but it's runnable, so at least it's an extension I know now I can add on top of that. I was at the top of that peak, scrambled back down. That was super fun, and now the wind's picking up. You can't hear me, hold on. Sorry about that. I don't even know what I was talking about. Good old wind cut me off. Yeah, train of thought gone. I gotta stop and talk because the wind is so bad. And it blows again, come on. So run consistency. It's been 3 weeks now since I made that run video, basically stating where it's time to get serious about getting consistent with running. Happy to say I've got 2 weeks in. I'm on the 3rd week. First week I managed to knock out like 29. Last week was 33 and I pulled back. Last week I had basically 2 days where I could have really pushed it into 40 miles, but I decided to pull back only for the fact that that was my 2nd week of doing a 20-hour week with still high volume of cycling. So I didn't want to push it too much on the running and like injure myself or anything like that. But I did have a nice little aha moment last week where my brain kind of realized something, which is, you know, should have been pretty obvious, but I was still prioritizing cycling over running. And basically one day I got a run in, and instead of doing a recovery run, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go do a bike ride. It's like, no, I should have done a recovery run because running should be the priority right now. So I had that little aha moment, which I think has been the shift in my brain, hopefully going forward, to stay consistent with running. Yeah, like I said, I'm only on week 3. This week I should hit about 35, maybe if I feel like it, 40 miles, somewhere in there. And then after next week will be kind of like, okay, we're actually on board staying consistent. I think it really takes 4 to 5 weeks for me to like really hone that in. But I am happy to say that I am staying consistent. I am getting the miles in. I am getting some vert in. So yeah. And shout out to the couple subscribers who came from that last run video. And shout out to the 2 subscribers that unfollowed me because of that run video. You lose some, you win some. All right, let's get back into it. I got to get back onto this main road and fight a brutal headwind. But I just want to let you guys know that I am on track for being consistent. Still cycling, getting the runs in, and I even got a couple swims in. So happy with that. All right, back to it. And if you're wondering, I think this road is called Coyote Flats, and then that trail is like Alcoholics Pass or something like that. I'm not making this up, I promise. But yeah, it's just kind of like on the outside of town. Definitely getting on the toasty side. Made it back to the truck. Currently it's 90 degrees. I knew that wind was kind of like a tease, like not really telling you how hot it was. And then as soon as I got back down to the desert floor, it was cooking. Super solid first run out here. Really happy how that went. Got 8.6 miles and 1,600 feet of elevation gain. So I would have liked 2,000 feet of elevation gain, but that was a lot of boulder hopping, scrambling. So not the easiest to move through to get more mileage or vert. But yep, time to go get some calories in, call it a day. Definitely not going to be a bike day with how much wind we got. So I'll see y'all on the next one. Be sure to subscribe. Peace.